Today, let's talk about a particular crypto, IO.net. This is crypto for the rest of us. 6 days a week, I do a tip, tool, coin analysis. Later in the day, sometimes I'll do Hedera, ICP. I think they have great momentum, and XRP, which I think is fascinating because I flip-flop a little bit on that one. And I also have to say, as always, I'm a big dumb animal, not a financial advisor. Don't do what I do. Okay, IO.net is in decentralized CPUs and GPUs. As of the recording of this video, I own it, and I've owned it for a while. There's three in particular that I really like in this space of providing infrastructure, particularly as it pertains to AI, and that would be Render, Aether, and this IO.net. And there's something that just happened a couple days ago, which I think is huge. Let's get into it. Okay. What I think is interesting here, and that is that on October 9th, IO.net, which is on the Solana network, and they consider it to be in DePIN, decentralized physical infrastructure, which it is, was listed on Coinbase. And that, I believe, is very important. You can see it here. If you go to the IO.net on CoinMarketCap, you can see the different exchanges that it's on. Now it's showing up on Coinbase with just about 2% of volume, over 1 million last 24 hours. However, they just got listed on October 9th. Why do I think this is important? Some of you might say, who cares? Well, if you've seen some of my previous videos, you'll know that I pointed out that the majority of the wealth in the United States is held by a much older demographic, and they're just being introduced to crypto through things like ETFs, and their financial advisors are just introducing them to crypto through the ETFs for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and soon to be, it looks like Solana potentially and XRP potentially. And then who knows what's next. And now Coinbase, in my opinion, from all the different ones I've used, particularly on the phone or online exchanges, they are, I think, by far the easiest to use and understand. And that's why I think it's so important. If you want to start involving the masses and the demographic that has all the money, you have to meet them where they're at. And if they're used to using a banking application, then they can figure out Coinbase because it's got a great UI. All right, let's talk about the fact that IO.net, it's in two categories here on CoinMarketCap. They've got an AI and big data. Overall, it's like number 200 and something. Of course, this is by market cap. Market cap, the way they show it, is circulating supply of coins times the current price. Okay. They're also in top distributed computing, which makes total sense. So let's look at IO.net. And I did a video back in, I want to say July, a couple months ago, for IO.net, where I went into much more detail, but we're just going to touch on the top things. Their journey, they say, is to put together 1 million GPUs in a DePIN, decentralized physical infrastructure network, putting together multiple CPUs and GPUs in a huge network across hundreds of countries. I do like that they show you all the backers, the venture capital people on their site. They show you their angel investors. They show you their advisors. One of them is of the House of Lords. Might be a first for crypto. Then they have the whole team. Okay, if they're not afraid to put all this up there, in my mind, that gives me a pretty good feeling. Now, there's a page here which I'll put down below, which is a list of all of their different partnerships that they've done. One in particular I want to point out, which I did before. Aether and IO.net, this was back in April, combined 640,000 GPUs, but here's what's interesting. They say to democratize and decentralize AI infrastructure, in other words, to provide it for those who want to use it for AI purposes, AI infrastructure, if you will. But what I thought was very interesting, they talked about Aether at this time having 3,000 NVIDIA state-of-the-art H100 GPUs. What I think is really interesting was this quote: "We make IO.net computing more scalable, accessible, and efficient. Our mission is unlock fair access to computing power by assembling 1 million plus GPUs from data centers, crypto miners, crypto projects." Now, this is what I think is interesting. The major cloud providers currently have around 10 to 15 exaflops of GPU compute capacity available. However, given the surging volume of AI and ML model training, the potential could be as high as 20 to 25 exaflops. There is a huge market here. Now let's take a look at these three: Render, Aether, IO.net. How they're different. Render's primarily focused on media production. That's how they started. However, it obviously has these high-end GPUs, which is excellent for AI. Aether specializes in enterprise-grade GPUs, those A100 and H100s. That's what it said in the article. That's why they partnered with IO.net. IO.net is a much broader infrastructure for computing, GPU and CPU access for AI. So that's the general difference, and that's why in my portfolio I have all three of those, because I don't see them as directly competitive. Obviously they are, okay, that's a stupid statement. They're directly competitive. They're providing GPUs and CPUs, but they're sort of going after different markets and providing a slightly different solution and fulfilling a slightly different need. That's a better way to say it. They're fulfilling a slightly different need. Now, IO.net came out, I think it was June of 24, peaked around 6.4. It's down around 2. It gets back to this earlier this year. That's a 3x right there to 6. I believe the whole market as a whole is going to 10x, no problem. So that would put this $2, roughly speaking, IO.net around, if it 10x is around $20. I'm in the AI space because I really want to see it blow up. I have no idea where it's going to go. I wouldn't be surprised if we get somewhere between a 10 and 20x. So that's it for today. I wanted to point out that I think it is a huge deal. And this is why I'm revisiting IO.net, is because I no longer have to buy it on other exchanges. I can get it on Coinbase if I want. But more importantly, I think Coinbase is going to onboard a lot more people in the next couple coming years, if not the next 6 to 12 months, than some of these others, just because their UI is so easy to use. And in the US in particular, it's that older generation that needs to be able to have something that's simple to use, because they hold the majority of the capital. Have a great day. Hope this was helpful. Let's all make generational wealth together with crypto. Thanks for watching.